Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about something that's been around for a while, but it's new to me, the Corona razor tooth saw. Stay with me and we'll take a look at this thing, see how it works, and some other comparative options. See you in a minute. Well, I'm glad you guys stuck with me. So this saw, this is the Corona razor tooth 10-inch, and this saw's been around for a long time. And truth be told, I wanted to pick one up quite a while back, and I just kind of forgot. And somebody had asked me recently if I could make a sheath for it, so I said sure I can. Well, obviously you got to have the saw to do that. Now, a few things to talk about with this saw. Obviously you can see how the teeth are exposed here. You can very easily catch your fingers or clothing or your pack or anything like that in those teeth, and that's exactly the reason why this fellow was wanting a sheath for it. So that's something to note there. It does lock closed. You do have to push the button to open it. I mean, that's an okay feature, I suppose. I've never really had any issues with them coming open on me. The Silkies don't lock, but they don't come open on me, so I'm 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I suppose. This does have the Japanese pull style teeth on them, just like the Silkies and many other saws nowadays have. So I would say that it should cut pretty good. And it is a pretty big saw once it's opened up. Honestly, it's a little bigger than what I thought it would be. So I figured it would probably be around the size of the Gomboy. Now this is a 210, and they do make a 240 Gomboy that is a little bigger than this one, but as you can see, it's quite a bit bigger in size. Well, really not quite a bit. I'd say maybe you probably got 1.5 inches more teeth on the Corona there. And of course the Baco Laplander, just it's about the same, 1.5 inches more teeth, but the teeth on this are designed completely differently, obviously. So it's kind of an interesting saw in the fact, now you can see it's nowhere near the size of the big boy there, putting them even. You can see the big boy's got quite an advantage, but this saw kind of falls right in between my Gomboy and the big boy. So maybe if the Gomboy's not quite big enough for you, and the big boy's maybe a little too big, maybe this would be a good option. The other thing is, this is a good budget option. This was right around $21, $22, going by Amazon, of course, right around there. These were about $35, it looked like, so these have just went up tremendously. I mean, when I got this, I didn't pay anything close to that. It was $20 maybe when I bought it, but like I said, now they're like 32 or 34 or something like that, which, I mean, you can get into a decent Silky for about that price. So it all depends on what you want to use it for, I suppose. And with the curved blade, I don't know, I'm not really against it, not really for it. They claim that it does help you cut faster. I don't know if that's the case, but either way, I mean, I don't really know the TPI on this. I guess I could have looked it up or measured it myself, but what I can tell you is this Gomboy has medium teeth, and this big boy has extra large teeth, and these fall right in between, so I would call them large teeth. So I don't know, you can look into that if you're so inclined. So let me get everything resituated here, and let me get a log up here, and let's get some cutting done. Alright, well, we got us a log up here. So one interesting thing to note about this Corona is you do have this rear almost like a pistol grip in a way. It feels pretty good. You've also got, you know, a section on up closer. If you needed to get up closer, you could. And you could even grab it completely all the way up if you needed to do such a thing. Now, I know there'd been complaints in the past about these Corona saws being real flimsy, but they've actually put ribbing in there, which I don't know if you can see that or not, but they've put ribbing in there, and it's pretty rigid. You're not gonna bend it now. So let's go ahead and cut this thing, and let's see how this saw does, because I have not cut anything with this saw yet, so be kind of interesting to see how it performs. And of course, like I said, these Japanese pull style teeth on here, so you know you don't want to put any power in on the push, or you will bend and potentially break the blade. So it does take a little bit of technique, so let's see if we've got that technique, or if we break the blade here. There we go. Cut right through it. I mean, real easy actually. That cut great. And that was a, I don't know, what, 2-inch log or so. And then we'll jump on up here. This is a bigger one. I'd say that's probably getting near 3-inch. Now on this one I'll be able to use the big boy, hopefully, as long as it's not getting too short, to see maybe if we can see any difference in it. So here we go. We'll go another cut. There we are. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, that cut real well. Real well. Let's see, I don't know if I'll be able to cut on this with a big boy or not. It might be getting too short, but we're gonna give, here we go with the big boy. Which, the big boy is my favorite saw. And I do enjoy the saws. I'm not really into the hatchets and axes and all that. You know, as I've said in previous videos, my big boy and my Condor Bushcraft Parang can pretty well take care of anything I need it to. So here we go. Let's try this. And if this thing starts jumping around because of how small it is, I'll probably just quit. So here we go. There we are. Obviously well, it felt much faster to me and much easier with the big boy, but obviously with the longer blade, you're gonna get more cut per stroke, obviously. And also with this saw, which with most folding saws, not all, not the Bako Laplander, but a lot of them, you can get scrapings. And this seems to be sharp enough, so let's get us a little piece of wood here. See if we can't get some scrapings. A little BK16 there. Great little blade. Right through a knot there. Yeah, this wood's wet, so I don't know if we'll be able to get it to light or not, but we're gonna try it anyway. Alright, just got us a few curls there, not looking to do anything too wild. And of course, BK16, no crisp spine. Not going to do any scraping like that, you know, fat wood or otherwise. So let's try our saw and just see if it can pull any shavings off of this. Yeah, a little bit, not as much as I'd like to see. So let's try, where'd I put you? There we go. Let's try a ferro rod out. Got my Bigfoot Bushcraft ferro rod there. Get this out of the mix. I think we're done with it. We'll just see. Oh yeah. Not as much as I'd like to see, but I mean it's sufficient. Some good fat wood there would make the difference. Maybe that's what we need to do. Alright, got a good little piece here. Let's just see if we can get some scrapings off of this thing. Oh yeah, no sweat. Oh yeah, plenty. Plenty of scrapings. Now let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can make it happen now. There we go. I knew we'd get it. So there, yeah, I mean, look at that black smoke, boy. So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, for a $20 saw, well, $22, but we'll just call it 20 for argument's sake, but you know, for a more budget-oriented saw, I mean, I don't think you can really go wrong with it. Now, it's not quite what a Silky is, of course, but it's also about half the price of a Silky, unless you're talking about a big boy, and then you're looking, you know, $70 to $80 for it. Which, I mean, I would recommend spending the money and getting the big boy. However, you know, if you're not doing a whole lot of wood processing, then the big boy may not be for you. Now, if you did want to throw this, you know, into your get home bag or bug out bag or whatever, I think that would probably be a really good place for it. You know, as well as just your regular old camping bag. So, initially, without putting this thing through a whole bunch of testing, I'm going to have to say so far, I think it's good to go. I think it'll work out just fine. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little look at that. And sorry, I know I've kind of been behind on putting out the videos, but I've kind of been busy, which if you've seen my short that I put out earlier this morning, you probably have a pretty good idea what I've been busy doing. So, more to come on that in the near future. And also, if you're not subscribed, I would encourage you to do that, because we are getting closer to that drawing. And I think it's going to be a pretty good giveaway, guys. So there'll be a video coming on that pretty soon. And I've got a ton of gear, that I need to do videos on. I'm way behind since I haven't been putting any out. I mean, like I said, I've been busy, and with holidays and weather and, you name it, it's just kind of made things a little more difficult than they should be. But anyhow, we'll wrap it up there, guys. So hope y'all had a good weekend. Have a good week, and we'll see you in the next one.